Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Watkins Glen, the second road course of the series in this NASCAR PRL Championship. We qualified 7th. PB could have put us 3rd, but we only had 3 laps to get there, so obviously everyone was in the same boat, and we ended up 7th. So off we go, and someone's coming down the inside. I think that was Brian. Thankfully we haven't lost a position early on. Nick's out wide. And we're going to follow this through to the bus stop. All sorts of shenanigans there. I try to avoid it, and Excise gets into the back of me, not quite avoiding me, and that means we lose a position. We're down to 8th. So the race not going perfectly well so far. The aforementioned Excise having a bit of trouble at turn 1. I'm going to get through here hopefully. Contact as he comes back on, and I have to brake here. Oh, further contact as I have a sharper line through there and have to go slower mid-corner. Thankfully we were not spun around. Lap 6 here, and Aaron gets that savage penalty for running off the track. Cost him a lot of time, some 15 seconds we estimated. And by the end of the stage we were in 6th place, caught Nick. We couldn't get past him though, so there's no points for us here. Obviously only the top 5 receive points at the end of the stage. Thankfully though, we will bunch up, there'll be a caution and a pit stop, and our pit stop was fantastic. Look at the cars we've jumped here. Not quite Zeke, but Hoodius. Hoodius really unfortunate to have been shuffled back from 2nd to 4th. And Mitchman remains in the lead. Zeke 2nd, and we are 3rd, having pitted from 6th. So fantastic job from the number 20 crew. Here's the restart, and this was a key moment in the race.
Still there, clear left.
Zeke checks up a little bit. I have to check up as well. Big hit from behind. Race-changing hit. Not only does it wipe me out, it takes Hoodius out as well, who was on my outside, an unfortunate victim. We also get a course penalty, savage course penalty, much like Aaron had earlier. And all I was hoping for was a clean restart. If I could have stayed 3rd or 4th, even lost a couple more positions, that would have been fine, because I have a strategy which I was seeking to employ here, which no one else employed, which I think could have landed me victory. There's been further shenanigans in the S's for sure. Lots of cars slowed up there, so we're back to 8th. We've still lost a lot of time to the leaders though, including Mitch. Here's Zeke. Far more lag that we're seeing once again this week, and that becomes a bit of an issue, as we'll talk about later on. I let Hoodius through here. He's in a championship battle, and also I was feeling a bit sorry for him for being taken out in that melee. So the car behind us is our teammate Beach, and he looks to change that by forcing us off the road at turn 1. And indeed he gets through. I wasn't particularly satisfied with that sort of driving though, and eventually caught back up to him. He wasn't going particularly fast. He goes off at the penultimate corner, comes back on. This is all very dangerous. Looks like he's missed his braking point there once again, and we might get through here. Hopefully he won't hold us up any further in this race, because we have a potentially race-winning car here, especially with the strategy I'm seeking to employ. I still think at this stage it could work, but no. Further contact, and Beach forces us wide, and lose the rear and hit not one but 2 walls. Lots of time lost once again. We catch up to him, and he has all manner of issues through the bus stop. Thankfully we should get around the outside. No, he forces into the wall for the 3rd time. So this is less than ideal teamwork, let's say. Anyway, we're right behind him here. Should be able to get this position quite easily. Bit more lag.
Still there.
As we pass him cleanly.
All clear.
Regrettably, I have to inform everyone that this is my final race, the 7th and final race in this series. The lag is just too much, and a mutual decision between a couple of us means that this is my retirement race, and hopefully I can get that 2nd victory here after that Sonoma win, and be the road course ringer of dreams. Bit of more of a nightmare though, as our teammate is still hitting us into turn 1. Thankfully he didn't get through that time, but the next time he has an opportunity, he sticks his nose in, forces us wide, and further contact means that Beach is through. I'm not sure whether he's seeing this on his screen, but it looks pretty bad on my screen, especially that first one. Slight tap there and we both go flying off. At this point I'm pretty miffed by that anyway, so if he hadn't done that to me earlier I would have let him back through for that. Either way, there's a crash in front of us, and of course the car solidifies. It was transparent. And that's Brian solidifying right in front of me and taking me out. Probably not his fault because he was out of control. That's very unfortunate the way the ghosting car ceased to ghost as soon as I got there. So further time lost, and of course Beej got back through, so I thought I got rid of him, but alas no, more problems were yet to come. Brian, however, gets out of our way, just about, as he pits, and now I'm on the back of Beej once again. Now it's for 5th because we're going a bit longer than some other drivers. Some lag puts me in the wall, but the best thing about that was that he goes flying off for some reason. I didn't touch him, obviously, and we are through. Fuel light is on lap 26, note that. 27, we're still going, and we need to make it to 28 to make our strategy work. But there's Mitch. He was the race leader and he's pitted and come out in front of us. That just illustrates the time loss we had, some 40 seconds roughly, maybe a tiny bit less than that. He checks up through there, obviously, just coming out of the pits on cold tyres. We entered the pits for our single green flag pit stop. We were the only car to make just one green flag pit stop, and that was my strategy. Stretch the fuel. We got 3 laps with the fuel light on, which is risky, but there you go. We had to do it. It was a strategy play, and that's not a bad stop. Let's see where we come out. 7th behind Excise, and we're really rapid at this stage. We have to try and get through on him and charge down the cars in front. Hopefully get a top 5. I'm thinking podium though at this stage. Pretty sure Mitch is out of reach given what we've seen with him coming out of the pits in front of us.
Still there?
Excise seemed to let us through there. I think he realised the pace advantage we had. Otherwise he made a mistake, I'm not sure.
10 laps to go.
10 laps to go and we're up to 5th. There was a car in the pits there. Soon after that becomes P4, so we're moving up the order here quite nicely. Across the line, 3 laps to go. Fuel light on, but we're up to 3rd and now 2nd. There were 2 cars in the pits that lap, going for a splash and
You're low
dash.
on fuel.
Low on fuel, who cares? We're going to try and make it. Mitch wins the race, congratulations to him of course. Faultless display from the number 48. But we're rounding the final corner. The fuel light's been on for ages, and we're going to make it in our retirement race. This is the last you'll see of me in a NASCAR Heat Evolution League race on PRL. It's been a pleasure, guys. I'm sorry for the chaos that my lag caused, but I've certainly enjoyed the challenge, and a lot of nice guys in the league, honestly. So it's been a privilege to race you guys. I've been Jacko. See you next time.